Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Got some parts for the planter from Shoop this morning. We're gonna go ahead and start putting this thing back together. But yeah, I went to Shoop's this morning. Shoop is an aftermarket supplier of ag parts for planters, combines, whatever, tillage stuff. They are about 15 miles away from us is where their headquarters is located. So they'll do free shipping on orders over 200 bucks, but we're so close we just go pick it up. So got all kinds of goodies. Got a mount for the iPad for climate. Needed a second one of them. Bunch of chains in these boxes. These are the idlers for the row unit chains. We basically got chains for the row units, for the transmission. Oh shoot, I don't know if I got transmission chains. Oh well, I might have to go back. Anyways, we got row unit chains. We got these chains that go from this shaft to this shaft. And then I got the new drive wheel chains that go right here. That is ground drive off the wheels for the planter. So I'm gonna start putting things back together. I think I'm gonna start with these idlers. I'm gonna pop one off and show you what the deal is. Nice. I dropped the spring down there. There we go. I'll grab a new one. This is a little bit better design. These are the same ones that are on our Kinsey planter. They just add this special bushing. I'll show you why it's better. So this is the old one. It's all one piece. It still has a bushing in it, but it's just plastic. The new one, it's this plastic piece and this bushing that goes into it. What happens is the chain goes through here. This is what tensions it, and you can see how it wears. They're just plastic. There's no moving parts on this whatsoever. This style, if you install it this way and it wears on one side, you run it like that for a few years, take it off, flip it around, then you can wear the other side out. So basically you can get twice the wear on these. See if I can get this back in here. Wow, this is not fun. Washer, nut. I'm surprised there isn't a lock washer on there, but whatever. Tighten it up. It's just a spring-loaded plastic piece. All it does is you feed the chain through there and it keeps it tight. And now I have 15 more of those to do. Here we go. Gotta get a ratchet. A couple of these row units have some extra junk down in here. By junk I mean some extra sensors and stuff. And there isn't room for my impact. So here I am using a ratchet. Doing it the old-fashioned way. Taking them off is the easy part. But putting them back in there and getting that spring where it needs to go is a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, you gotta hold this spring down. Oh, go this way. Hang on. Yeah, these are really not easy to get in there. You gotta hold this spring down like this, and then shove it in there, and hope it. Oh, no, that didn't work. hope it all stays together. And then slide the bolt through like this. There we go. That was a little easier than I thought. Okay, yeah, we got it, we're good. And then we tighten it up with the ratchet, because that's a little more gentle. And we don't get stuff shoved in where it doesn't belong like the first one. And nope, one more, two more, three more. And time. It's as easy as that. All right, all the idlers are done. I'm going to start on chains now. I'm going to start with these easy ones. Should be 4 of them. One here, one there, and 2 on the back. So we'll get this going. It's really nice that it's been, not real cold outside since we don't have a heated shop. Normally we just go ahead and get the planter out about a week before we start planting, just because that's when we've got time to do it. But with this warm weather and getting this new planter, we got plenty of time to go through it a little better, which has been nice. Ow! Man, I kneeled down on a rock. Well, normally these chains are not a real fun job because they're covered in grease. I might run to the other shop and get some rubber gloves, because it soaks right through these gloves, and then you got sticky hands. And that's no fun. Well, I don't know if you can see that or not. See how that chain doesn't want to fit down in the sprocket right there? I think this sprocket is pretty well wore out. So I think I'm gonna have to get some new ones of those. Anyway, maybe I'll see how it fits on the other side. Maybe it's a fluke. You guys okay? Yeah, so there's something goofy going on here. I think these sprockets, the teeth are just kind of, you can tell they're kind of beat up a little bit. I might have to get a new one and try it and just see if that's any better, but for now, I'm not going to be able to put these chains on, so I guess I'll work on row unit chains. Alright, hopefully these go a little bit better. Underneath here. Not much room to work in here. Alright. Connector link. And then we are hooked. And the clip, if I can get it out. There. Piece of cake. Insert coronavirus joke here. Now I won't get grease all over my good work gloves. I won't bore you with putting on the rest of these chains. Instead, here's a time lapse. Well, it's the next day now. My camera battery died yesterday, and I wasn't really that ambitious at charging it. So what we got done is we got all the chains on except those 3 rows. We're still waiting on getting those new clutches so we can put that shaft back in. What else did we do? You saw us do all those idlers. Started putting the harness in the cab for the 2020, but I'm not really sure how to hook it all up. So I'm gonna have to call the guy and have him walk me through it, how to hook it up exactly. I think I'm gonna throw all the plates in the meters real quick, because that won't take too long. So let's get to work. Supposedly all these are numbered. So that's 9 and 10. Start from here, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, those two. It really doesn't matter which plate goes in which meter. They're just numbered in case you have a problem with one. You can kind of identify it and fix the problem. So this is pretty simple, I guess. It'd be easier to do if I had two hands. I guess all you do is line it up in there like that. Turn that till it clicks. And then you put your cover back on. Before I put this back together, I want to check these seals because this planer works on a vacuum. The meter is pressurized, but it's negative pressure, so if this leaks at all, it won't work as good. These seals are replaceable, so you just want to check them, make sure they're not cracked, and then if everything's good, put them in. Like so. So I'm having trouble with number 12 here. So it gets to that spot and it gets really stiff. The rest of them turn really easy, so I'm going to pull a plate out of number 11. See, this one spins really easy. So I'm going to pull this plate off and stick it in that meter and see if the plate is the problem or if the meter is the problem, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's definitely the meter itself. See, now I can't even hardly turn it. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know. All right, so I got all the meters back together except number 12. I'm gonna maybe bring that to our precision dealer and have him look at that because there's something definitely wrong. I think what I'm gonna do now is Dad's on his way to pick up those spike closing wheels. So now I think I'm going to start taking these spikes off. I've probably said it a million times, but we're going to get rid of these spike closing wheels. They're a little bit too aggressive for our sand. Dad's picking up what we're going to replace them with. These are a little bit different than our Kinseys. They actually have a sealed bearing. The Kinseys just have a roller bearing and a bolt goes through. Okay, so they just have a dust cap. Looks like there's a bolt. I'm going to get my impact, see if that'll do it. Easy as that. I don't know if we'll need any of these bushings or washers. I'll just leave everything together for now, and we can figure that out later. Now, as you've probably figured out by now, planer maintenance is very repetitive since there's 16 rows of everything, so I'm kind of just going along and showing you how to do one and then doing the rest off camera because you probably don't want to watch me take off 16 spiked closing wheels. It's pretty repetitive. Now you know how to take one off, I'm going to take the rest of them off. Got all those spikes off. I had to raise the planer up to get these side ones off because they were resting on the ground. So I think while I've got them off, I'm going to start working on getting the no-till coulters off. Seems like that's a general consensus that everybody's got these days, is to not run no-till coulters unless you are strictly 100% no-till, which we are not. We'll have some no-till, some conventional, some strip-till. The problem is if these aren't perfectly sharp, all they do is push trash down and they don't actually cut it. They just pin it into the furrow and then the seed has to try and grow through that. So we're going to get rid of them. So I guess there's a couple different ways to take these off. The easiest way is to just take these bolts out and leave the hub and just take the actual coulter off. The other way is to take this bolt out back here and take the hub off, but you have to put a bolt back in because that's where your row cleaner rests. So I think I'm just going to take them off and leave the hub. That way, if we got into a situation where I thought we needed them, it'd be easy to just put them back on. So I don't think that'll happen, but you never know. All right, you know the drill. That's how I took one off. You want to get the rest of them? Oh wait, that doesn't work that way. I'll get the rest. I got all no-till coulters off. That was hard on the knees, but the job's done. I think that's about all I'm going to do for today. I'm still waiting on Dad with those other closing wheels that we can put on. Things we got left to do, we're probably going to have to adjust these row cleaners, and some of these teeth are backwards. I don't know if you can see that one, the point is to the back. These, the point is to the front, if that makes sense. But I guess, I don't know if we'll bother changing them or not. They'll probably work just as good either way, but whatever. We still have to get our seed firmers. We got to order those online. Once I get those on, I can start putting the seed tubes in. I have to figure out a mounting bracket for the 2020 because the guys kept that for their new planter, and still got some chains to do. I never got to changing those chains out yet. These ones right here that go from this shaft to this shaft, they're like a half a link too short. So I don't know if the sprocket's worn goofy or something, but we're either gonna have to get a half link or do something. I'll have to look into that yet. But anyways, I'm still waiting on some parts from Precision. I'm probably gonna end up taking that meter to them guys, have them look through it and figure out why it's dragging so bad. I'll probably call them here after I end this video, but the only thing I got left to do now is set the planter back on the ground because that 3-point will seep down if you don't. So that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell next to it. You'll always know when I have a new video. And if you like the video, hit the like button. See ya.